how it impacts it in a positive way, how it impacts it in a negative way. What is going on, guys? It is a rainy day. I'm trying to get outside a little bit more, but it is not a nice day out today. It's cold, it's rainy, it's wet, but I still wanted to come out and make a video and kind of chat with you guys as well. So basically today's video, what I wanted to chat about was how social media can impact our mental health. And so how it impacts it in a positive way, how it impacts it in a negative way. So everyone likes to talk about the negative things or the negative side of social media, how it kind of impacts us negatively, but I wanted to start this video off by basically highlighting some of the nice things or the pros of being on social media. So the very first thing is it's kind of like communication made easy, in the sense that you can reconnect with people you went to high school with, college with, elementary school with. Maybe you played soccer with them when you were 6 years old and you come across their name or their profile picture and you can reconnect with them. So it's a really cool way to kind of just like communicate with other people. You can also make like group chats and stuff like that. So it's just kind of like communication made quick and easy. One of the other cool things is it allows people to draw like a lot of attention to important things or topics or events with just like the click of a share button. So if you're, going to an event, you want some of your friends to come as well. Obviously, without social media, you could dial them up and call them. But with one click of a button, you could invite all of your friends to a certain event and then they'll all know about it. It's just a lot easier to communicate that way. One of the other cool impacts of social media is it's a lot easier nowadays to share your story. It's a lot easier to connect with people as well that way. Because before social media, before YouTube or anything like that, I guess the only real ways to do like mass communication would have been through like radio or television, which you'd either have to be already famous for, so people wanted you there for free, or you'd have to pay a lot of money to get yourself on that programming. With social media and the way that it works today, it's a lot easier for anyone to share their story, and therefore it's a lot easier for anyone to go out in the real world, get known or be noticed. And so for that reason, I think that's a pretty big pro for it as well. Now there's always two sides to every coin, and you can't just look at the highlights or the pros of something, you have to always look at the cons of it as well. And now one of the biggest cons of social media, it's very, very addictive. I spend tons of time in the mornings and in the nights when I should be sleeping watching YouTube videos, or I'm on Instagram or I'm on Facebook, just kind of watching videos a lot of the time. And time passes by real quick. One video could be 15 minutes, you watch a couple of them and it's really easy to sit there for hours. So it's very, very addictive. Social media tends to be like I've heard someone say like a highlight reel, but essentially it's somewhere where you kind of share all of the best parts of your day, your week, your highlights, your vacations, getting paid, buying a new car, kind of things like that, things that you'd want to share with people. And in doing so, that's fine, but a lot of the times it can be very easy for other people, spectators, people viewing all of your content, to compare the real problems that they deal with or the struggles or things like that to the best parts of someone else's life. These are things that, they're not even taking these pictures, it's people taking pictures of them. It's like literally almost exactly like a highlight reel. And so you have to kind of realize the reality of things, and not everyone's life is perfect, and even if they do buy a new car, maybe there's something else that they're struggling with, who knows, right? But at the end of the day, you just don't really want to compare like your behind the scenes footage to someone's highlight reel. Another weird thing about social media is, just like the news always has, or propaganda or anything else like that, it tends to exploit our emotions and the things that trigger us. You'll always get news like massacres or shootings or like ads about some weird provocative stuff, and it always triggers on negative emotions, I find. Which is for a reason. Obviously the companies running these things need to keep people on their websites, and that's just what we kind of react to and what we like. Anything that pulls on our emotions or triggers us a little bit will keep us around. So it is a business, obviously, and it is being done on purpose. Don't let yourself be fooled about it at all. That being said, it's just something you have to be conscientious about, and understand that even though a lot of the news that we get on social media is negative, the world isn't always a negative place. It's just that people always react to those things the most. so that's what gets shared. Not to mention, like, most of them are just clickbait titles and pictures. One of the things that I did as well, I think is a pretty big con, is the fact that people kind of put a value on, you know, likes and shares and followers and subscribers and all of these things. It's a bad concept to value these things for a few reasons. You could be a stand-up quality character and just be a genuine human being, have a message to share with people, and you could have no followers, no likes, no subscribers, etc., but still have like a good message to convey, and people just might not be drawn to it because they don't see that they have that social proof or the social validation of, you know, a million other people following you or subscribing to you or liking your content. Now, it can also work on the flip side as well, and it often does, right? You could have millions of subscribers, millions of followers, hundreds of millions of likes and comments on your stuff, and just not have a lot to say or a lot of value to add. And for that reason, it can be a little bit misconstruing for people to figure out, you know, who's a legitimate source of information and knowledge and whatever you're looking for, and who's just popular, and why are the reasons that they're popular. Dude, I got a leaf on my head. That's like, I should just end the video right there. So it can be really tough to kind of see like who's just like a popular person and who's got something that they've got to offer to people and they're giving it out consistently. So one of the things I initially had under like the negative side or the con side, but I'm not really sure where to put it now, is the fact that people can just be so anonymous on social media, whether it be, again, Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, YouTube, Twitter, whatever it is. It allows people to be anonymous and not have some sort of an identity. It's definitely not the same as interacting from face to face. Now, initially I had this under the con side because people definitely can abuse that and say a lot of negative things or make threats to people or just say things that they wouldn't normally say in face-to-face conversations or in person. So I initially had this under like the con side. After writing everything down, I kind of realized that it can be a pro as well. And so it can be a pro in the sense that you can kind of feel a little bit more comfortable speaking up about things that you weren't normally speaking up about because you have that anonymity. So that anonymity can definitely be a con, but it can also be a pro depending on how you use it, because if it makes you feel a lot more comfortable talking about things you've never talked about before, well then that could be something that kind of helps you out a little bit. So couldn't really figure out where to put this one, whether it be a pro or a con. Maybe you guys could help me out with that. Tell me what you think, but I'm gonna say that one kind of lays in the middle, and it's gonna be almost like how you use it type of deal. At the end of the day, social media, it's not going anywhere. So we can say it's like terrible for teenagers and causes depression and anxiety and all these other things. That being said, it's not going anywhere. So we have to understand how to use them properly, how to use them safely, and how to use them in a way that it doesn't kind of like degrade our mental health at all, obviously. If you are addicted to it, there is definitely some things that you can do to kind of help yourself. I would say maybe try and take a break from social media for a month, or if you can't do that, maybe just try a couple weeks. Maybe turn off your notifications on it for a while and just kind of see how you do. What I have noticed is that when I try and take breaks from it or turn off my notifications, I do kind of get like almost withdrawal symptoms because it's so addictive, where you're kind of just like checking your phone, oh, did I just feel it vibrate or did I just hear it go off? And then you check your phone and you don't have any notifications, and it's like weird phantom vibrations that way. So I'd say probably take a break if you're like that. You're probably a little bit addicted to it, and that could probably lead to some issues in your personal life, but that's going to be something that you're going to have to decide for yourself. But at the end of the day, from having the addictive side of it and having like the side of it that pulls on your negative emotions, there are definitely cons to it, but also with the way that it provides like a lot of ease of communication and the ease of just getting your message spread, there's definitely some pros to it as well. And for those reasons, I don't think that social media cannot be explored and ignored. You just got to make sure that you're enjoying yourself and having fun and you're doing something productive, and just make sure that you have a good day and have a good week as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for everyone that kind of reaches out and gives me, different tips or things to speak about. I really appreciate it. And if you are struggling with things, obviously, I just want to remind you guys, like, you're not alone. You're definitely not alone. I struggle with things still to this day, but what we do is we try and keep on pushing through it. So go out and have a good day and a good week. Thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to share this video with someone that you think can benefit from it. Thank you guys so much and have a good one. Peace.